Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the possibility of criminal background checks associated with Thai Visa extension. I made a video contemporaneously with this one wherein we were discussing Thai retirement visas, specifically extensions associated with therewith, and the issue of criminals in Thailand and law enforcement trying to root out, if you will, foreign criminals in Thailand. As we've discussed in many videos at this point, in a prior article for the Bangkok Post, Police General Surachat Bigjok Hakpan was quoted in the Bangkok Post as noting some displeasure, if you will, his feeling that certain regulations associated particularly with the retirement visa needed to be tightened up. It was a juxtaposition, if you will, between the issue of law enforcement and foreign criminals in Thailand, and then it sort of, the connection to my mind was a little bit tenuous within the article, but I sort of see it in a way that Big Joke brought up the fact that trying to deal with more stringent regulations, if you will, associated with a Thai retirement visa in answer to the issues associated with law enforcement, basically. And in another video I did, I was quoting an article from Stickman Bangkok, wherein he noted that, if you wanted to deal with that, why not just enforce the law on foreign criminals, not letting foreign criminals or folks with a foreign criminal, with a foreign jail term, I believe is the exact terminology, with a foreign jail term, not allow them to go ahead and get a visa. So that implies criminal background checks. And then that sort of begs the question, could we see criminal background checks in Thai visa extension proceedings when they're adjudicating whether or not to grant a Thai visa extension? So, for example, you're in Thailand, doesn't even need to necessarily be a retirement visa, maybe a business visa, a no marriage visa, even an education visa. And as we've seen, and as Stickman pointed out in the past, where there have been problems involving certain bad actors, for example, in schools, there were placed a lot of requirements associated with background checks, for example, for business visas and work permits in the context of teachers here in Thailand. And again, as Stickman astutely pointed out in the article I quoted in prior videos, he also pointed out that, hey, look, when major things happen, for example, major crime events, if you will, yes, oftentimes here in Thailand, you might see a reaction in an immigration context, especially if there were foreign nationals involved. So that's kind of why we're seeing this spike in interest in possibly changing the parameters associated with visa issuance for foreigners, as we've seen a number now at this point of really kind of grisly murders that seem to have an affiliation with foreign nationals here in Thailand. And that makes law enforcement unhappy, quite honestly. And as I've discussed in other videos, immigration has much more of a law enforcement paradigm than they've ever had in the past. Again, this then brings up the question posed in the title of this video, which is, could we see background checks associated with Thai visa extension in the future? And the answer to this is, I think we possibly could down the line. I think it's very possible, especially with digital technology being what it is, that they may require some sort of, for example, biometric reading at the time, they take your prints at the time you go in for a Thai visa extension. And if you come up on some international hot sheet or something, you've either got a warrant or it pops up that you have a record in some other country. And Thai immigration says, look, we're not going to issue you an extension. And in fact, you're going to have to leave the country pursuant to certain aspects of the Immigration Act of 1979. Certain provisions specifically. So yeah, I sort of get it, that I get the thinking behind this notion. Do I think it's going to happen imminently? No, but when I say imminently, I do not think it is impossible that we would not see this in the future. I think it's very probable, in fact, that likely down the line, it might not be today or tomorrow, but sometime in the years ahead, we probably will see some aspect of the immigration process, even the extension process here in Thailand, have a criminal background check element to it.